You might think the world is open and ready to welcome everyone with open arms, but for some Black travelers, the reality can be much more complicated. Today on Savvy Travel, we're taking you through 15 countries where Black travelers have reported feeling unwelcome. Some are minor reasons, while others are more serious causes. Whether it's subtle stares or blatant discrimination, these are the destinations where travel can be a challenge for Black visitors. So, buckle up as we go through this list, and make sure to stay until the end, as some of these might just change your travel plans. By the way, have you ever faced challenges as a traveler? Drop a comment below, we'd love to hear your experiences. Don't forget to subscribe for more savvy travel tips and advice. Let's get into it. Number 1. Russia. Russia is known for its unique and amazing buildings and a rich history, but it's also notorious for being unwelcoming to Black travelers. Many Black people report being stared at, questioned by police, or treated with suspicion. In major cities like Moscow and St. Petersburg, stories of racial profiling and hostile encounters are not uncommon. This hostility is often rooted in long-standing prejudices and misconceptions, making Russia one of the most challenging destinations for Black travelers. If you plan to visit, remember to stay cautious and prioritize your safety. Safety tips. 1. Stick to central, tourist-heavy areas. 2. Research neighborhoods before venturing out. 3. Be cautious and stay connected to someone at home. Number 2. China. China's rapid development and sprawling cities make it a fascinating destination, but Black travelers often report feeling uncomfortable due to widespread racial insensitivity. From curious stares to more unsettling encounters, China's lack of diversity sometimes fosters a lack of understanding toward other races. In certain cities, Black travelers report feeling isolated, and there have been stories of Black expatriates facing discrimination in housing and employment. While some areas are becoming more inclusive, the challenges remain, making China a mixed bag for Black tourists. While big cities like Beijing and Shanghai are more open, other areas may feel isolating for Black travelers. Advice for a smoother trip. 1. Stick to large international cities where there's more diversity. 2. Join expat or travel groups for support and advice. Number 3. Italy. Italy, famous for its art, history, and cuisine, isn't always the warmest for Black visitors. In some regions, Black travelers report facing racial profiling, especially in more rural areas. While major cities like Rome and Milan are more diverse, certain parts of Italy hold traditional attitudes that can make Black tourists feel out of place. If you plan to visit, keep in mind that experiences can vary widely depending on where you go. Spend more time in cities like Rome, Venice, and Florence. But preparation and caution can help make the trip smoother. So research which regions are more diverse before you go. Number 4. South Korea. South Korea, home to K-pop and bustling city life, is a modern marvel in many ways, yet it isn't the most inclusive when it comes to race. Many Black travelers have shared experiences of being stared at or treated differently, especially outside major cities. Stereotypes perpetuated by the media and a lack of exposure to racial diversity play a big part in this. While Seoul has become somewhat more diverse, Black travelers may still find South Korea less welcoming than anticipated. How to make the most of your visit. Spend time in international hubs like Seoul. 2. Be aware that smaller towns may be less accustomed to racial diversity. Number 5. Egypt. Egypt, with its ancient wonders, is an iconic travel destination. But for Black travelers, the experience can sometimes be jarring. African visitors often report feeling marginalized and may face discrimination due to deep-seated colorism and social hierarchies. In some cases, Black tourists have shared experiences of being followed or harassed, making it crucial to stay vigilant. Despite the allure of the pyramids, Egypt may not be as inviting as expected for Black visitors. Number 6. India. India's diverse culture and history are incredibly inviting, but Black travelers can sometimes encounter racial biases. From curious stares to outright discrimination, experiences vary widely across the country. In some regions, Black tourists have reported challenges in securing accommodations or fair treatment, especially if traveling solo. Although many areas are friendly and welcoming, India's diversity also means that experiences can range from welcoming to less than hospitable. Navigating India. Focus on big cities where diversity is greater. Be prepared for possible biases, especially in less urbanized areas. Number 7. Turkey. Turkey, a bridge between East and West, is a culturally rich destination with bustling bazaars and stunning landscapes. However, Black travelers report mixed experiences, particularly when it comes to local attitudes. In more tourist-heavy areas like Istanbul, things can be more welcoming. But in rural towns, racial biases may become more apparent. Some Black travelers report feeling stared at or treated differently, so it's wise to prepare and stay in well-visited areas. Number 8. Greece. Greece's beaches and ancient sites attract millions of tourists every year, but Black travelers sometimes report feeling out of place. Racial profiling in certain areas and subtle biases in less diverse regions can make Black tourists feel unwelcome. While Greece's tourism sector is generally welcoming, racial sensitivity is still a developing aspect. Major tourist areas like Athens and Santorini are typically fine, but it's best to approach rural destinations with caution. Number 9. Japan. While Japan has a unique and rich culture, it's also been known to have issues with racial inclusivity. Black travelers frequently encounter stares and curiosity, especially in less populated regions. Sadly, there are reports of open prejudice and negative preconceptions in some areas, making it hard for some visitors. Tokyo is generally more inclusive, but the country as a whole is still adjusting to diversity, so Black travelers may feel out of place. Pro tip: spend more time in Tokyo or Osaka, where you'll find more diversity. Expect some curiosity, especially in small towns. Number 10. Morocco. Morocco's vibrant markets and stunning architecture are big tourist draws, but Black travelers have reported feeling unwelcome in certain areas. African travelers in particular sometimes face prejudice rooted in historic social structures. From uncomfortable stares to direct comments, the experience can be discouraging. While Morocco has its charms, it's essential for Black travelers to be aware of the social landscape. Number 11. Israel, with its complex history, has seen its share of racial tension. Black travelers report mixed experiences, particularly African American and Ethiopian visitors who may face prejudice. Racial profiling by authorities is a frequent complaint, which can make Black tourists feel unwelcome. While many areas are friendly, the experience can be unpredictable, and staying alert is crucial. Number 12. France. While France has a reputation for being a diverse and welcoming country, Black travelers sometimes encounter subtle biases, especially outside Paris. Instances of racial profiling or prejudice are occasionally reported, though experiences vary. Paris is generally welcoming due to its multiculturalism, but rural areas can be less inclusive. Despite the challenges, with some planning, Black travelers can still enjoy much of what France has to offer. Number 13. Thailand. Thailand's tropical allure and laid-back atmosphere attract visitors worldwide, but Black travelers sometimes report uncomfortable encounters. Stereotypes and a lack of racial diversity can contribute to biases, especially in less urban areas. While Thailand is a major tourist destination, Black visitors may still encounter stares or different treatment in certain parts. Number 14. Germany. Germany is a vibrant country with modern sensibilities, but some Black travelers report encountering racial insensitivity, particularly in smaller towns. While larger cities like Berlin are more inclusive, rural areas can be less so. Travelers may face stares or subtle bias, which can affect the travel experience. Fortunately, Germany's larger cities offer a welcoming environment, though caution is still recommended for travelers heading to less diverse areas. Number 15. Czech Republic. The Czech Republic's medieval charm and rich history are definite attractions, but Black travelers sometimes report feeling uncomfortable due to racial biases. Particularly in smaller towns, Black tourists may experience stares or negative comments. Prague is usually welcoming, but it's wise to remain alert when venturing to rural areas. Despite the challenges, with some precautions, travelers can still enjoy what the country has to offer. If you're planning to visit any of these places, stay informed and remember that awareness is key. For more travel tips and insights, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Safe travels!